Let's see an interesting case study which was part of CBSE Board exams. A hockey field is the playing surface for the game of hockey. Historically, the game was played on natural turf, but nowadays it is predominantly played on an artificial turf. It is rectangular in shape, 100 yards by 60 yards. Goals consist of two upright posts placed equidistant from the center of the backline, joined at the top by a horizontal crossbar. The inner edges of the posts must be 3.66 meters apart, and the lower edge of the crossbar must be 2.14 meters above the ground. Each team plays with 11 players on the field during the game, including the goalie. Positions you might play include forward position, as shown by players A, B, C, and D. Midfielders, as shown by players E, F, and J. Fullbacks, as shown by players H, I, and J. Goalie, as shown by player K. Using the picture of a hockey field here, answer the questions that follow. The coordinates of the centroid of triangle EHJ are, well, as we know, the centroid of a triangle is the point at which three medians intersect. If x1 y1, x2 y2, and x3 y3 are the coordinates of the 3 points of the triangle, the coordinates of the centroid are given by the sum of these three divided by 3. That is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 and y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Let's establish the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle in question here. In triangle EHJ, H is minus 2 comma 4, J is minus 2 comma minus 2, and E is 2 comma 1, and hence the coordinates of the centroid are minus 2 plus 2 upon 3 and 4 plus minus 2 plus 1 upon 3. That is minus 2 by 3 comma 1. That means option A is the correct option. Next is, if a player P needs to be at equal distances from A and G such that A, P and G are in straight line, then position of P will be given by. Here we know that the 3 points A, P and G are in one straight line and P is the midpoint of line AG. Hence, if coordinates of A are 3, comma 6 and coordinates of G are 1, comma minus 3, coordinates of P would be 1 plus 3 upon 2 and 6 plus minus 3 upon 2. That is 2 comma 3 by 2. That means option C is the correct option. Next is, the point on x-axis equidistant from I and E is. Let's see the coordinates of I and E first. I is minus 1 comma 1 and E is 2 comma 1. Now we need to find a point on x-axis equidistant from I and E. Since it lies on the x-axis, that means the y-coordinate is 0. Let the coordinates be x, comma 0. Now using distance formula, square root of x minus minus 1 whole square plus 0 minus 1 whole square would be equal to x minus 2 whole square plus 0 minus 1 whole square. That means if we square both the sides, x plus 1 whole square plus minus 1 whole square would be equal to x minus 2 whole square plus minus 1 whole square, which gives us this, from which we find out that 6x is equal to 3, which essentially means x is 1 by 2. Thus the coordinates are 1 by 2 and 0, which is option A. Let's see the next part now. What are the coordinates of the position of a player Q such that his distance from K is twice his distance from E, and KQE are collinear. Now we are given that KQ is equal to 2QE and KQE are collinear. Well, that means let the coordinates of Q be X and Y. So KQ is to QE is 2 is to 1. We can find the coordinates of Q with this formula. Thus, and hence the coordinates are 0 and 1. That means the correct option is option B. The point on y-axis equidistant from B and C is, let's first see the coordinates of B. They are 4, 3, and those for C are 4, minus 1. Since the point in question is on y-axis, its coordinates are 0 and y. Now, this point is equidistant from B and C. So, by is equal to cy, which means square root of 4 minus 0 whole square plus 3 minus y whole square would be equal to 4 minus 0 whole square plus minus 1 minus y whole square using the distance formula. Now squaring both the sides, we get this, from which we find out that 8 is equal to 8y. That essentially means y is 1. Thus the coordinates are 0 and 1. Thus, the correct option is option D. That's it. Hope you have liked the video. Please hit on like, share and subscribe button and click the bell icon for future updates. Have a good day. Bye-bye.